Since independence, only 7 women have been elected to the national parliament in Papua New Guinea. In the current term, no women were elected at all. In the autonomous region of Bougainville, the 3 reserved seats for women have shown some success. At the mentoring session, 2 former national women MPs, Ms. Julie Soso and Ms. Delilah Gore, and 2 former Bougainville members, Ms. Isabel Peta and Ms. Francisca Semoso, shared their stories.
It's very tough, but we have to stand up to make our voice heard.
Time you get in there for the first time, you do it right, you do it to your best of ability.
When I became the minister, I always thought that everything I do, I am reflecting Papua New Guinea women.
Be that woman. You know what the power you have within you, the power to influence.
They entered the arena of politics, mobilized by their exclusion, making it an institution dominated by men, carrying the voices of those unrepresented. The journey of these 4 women parliamentarians in Papua New Guinea became a roadmap, perhaps even a survivor guide, for others aspiring a future as a leader. In a special mentoring session organized by the United Nations Development Programme, along with partners, women from across PNG participated to listen, learn and grow from experiences of female politicians. A dynamic conversation followed. Advice on branding for elections and campaigning tips on reserved seats and being bullied in the parliament, on successes and regrets.
We all know that the Highlands is probably one of the very challenging places. How did you organize yourself up there and your team? What helped and how did the people vote for you?
1997 was the first time I contested being in the National Council of Women, being challenged that you women will have to, no free seats, but you will have to come the way the men came into the parliament. So I had to contest in 1997. I did not give up. I contested again in 2002. 2002, I did not give up. I contested again in 2007. 2007, I did not give up. I contested again in 2012 and I came home. So you have to see yourself that you are fit enough to go into the elections. If you don't have anything, it's okay. You try for the first time. You try again for the second time. You try again for the third time.
Do you have any other campaign tips that you can share with the women here that you think helped you with your brand recognition?
Yes, my brand was, I called myself Aza. Aza in our language is mother. So everywhere I went, I told the people our mother's attitudes or how we mothers believe in ourselves and how we care and look after people, our children, our husbands and community. So that was the brand, I took it with me. No one can change a mother. If you're a mother, we remain mother until we die. We are women, we stay women until we die. So that's the nature that God gave us. No one will change that.
From the autonomous region of Bougainville, the 2 former members become political role models for the women participants, a case study in favor of reserved seats.
I'm on the reserve seat. I gotta make it look good. I gotta make it work. People say the reserve seat, you know, power. Very powerful women in this reserve seat. Again, I will say it is a launching pad for aspiring women parliamentarians. It is a safety net for women in parliaments around the Pacific.
What do you think made a difference in getting your community to trust you and vote for you?
I was a former teacher. When I got back home, I was working with the women and our cocoa farmers. So being with them, working together, that really helped me. And I also had support from men who were also cocoa farmers. So when I went on campaign, my slogan was Mama Loples. Mi Mama Loples. Mi stop one time you, mi kaka one time you, mi sabe lo situation blow you. Have you karon Loples and mi sabe ya.
The individual triumphs transform into a collective one for women, but the platform also opened up reflections on the legacy of their leadership.
But most importantly, money will be and can be a reason why you can deliver as a woman. Having 14 constituencies to look after, which is about 56,000 people, and you haven't got that much money, what do you do? Where do you turn to? It comes to fundraising. You gotta think out of the box as an elected woman leader. Think out of the box. You do your fundraising. You know, there are agencies that can provide that help. What do you do? Put pen to paper.
Yes, we needed party support, so I had to affiliate with the party. The party came along and they supported a bit in my campaign. We went through the campaign, but the party leader was also well known in the Highlands region. So the party leader was also supported strongly in Eastern Highlands province. So that was my advantage too. So being in a party is also a plus to the party and also us as candidates. So we need to be in a party, and I'm thankful that that party came.
In Parliament, it's like when you go there, you cannot isolate yourself. It's a teamwork. You're working as a government. You are driving the government's drive the vision for the people. So that's how we support each other to get things done.
You have to make right decisions. Accountability, transparency, and you have to put right some systems too that we have. If you are going to lose that seat, you will leave a legacy behind. Something baliting him, now look karakarai behind him, you long him. Time you get in there for the first time, you do it right, you do it to your best of ability. Now you lose him hand mark blow you. Baliting nakarai lo you ista.
With due respect, during your time in the National Parliament, did three of you ever, in any way, thought about women of Papua New Guinea?
When I became the minister, I always thought that everything I do, I am reflecting Papua New Guinea women. That's always what I was thinking all the time. When we are sitting in government caucus and talking about issues, I'm all the time thinking that whatever is coming out from my mouth is reflecting Papua New Guinea women.
In house blood money, you like I imagine not Mary when set to talk about something. So when I was questioning that question, we can look around in the gallery. Everyone was saying, and laugh. Didn't want that agenda. So that must provoke us now. You believe that going to campaign good, na strong, na wasting mama's money, na come inside. Come inside the government, and then we will fight for together. When issues, Mary, we'll address it together. We have to make a women's win in the parliament. So regardless of one party, me play go again. You go to one party, you go come independent candidate or one. We have to have a women's win. When we have a women's win now, you may be addressing the all issues, Mary.
Particular one, this like 22 seats, yeah. Time, Julie, you've been trauma this like on man work laugh for you. You play triple up in thing or some okay, you laugh for you me, so you may go to straight him up the top with him, you mean you become that kind something if you know okay, you play too.
When I threw that question, they already attacked me because it was already been shelved at Michael Sumaret's time. I also pushed that agenda. I supported it and I questioned, is it going to be passed again? Because we have just, you people have brought it to the Enabling Act already. So can we pass it again? But the majority in there rejected it.
Now, because I'm a minister, I sit amongst the men. They started asking me, now how you people come inside? Which people come inside now? People like Karim Molnar, people come inside, no one do again. So, and this, I mean, really, if you want to talk about and get support from to pass a bill, you must have people supporting you. We're just three of us. We were outnumbered.
What is the difference that you see in the governing system and the current one now being an autonomous Bougainville and the challenges that you face?
We've got the power to make our own decisions. We've got our own parliament now. We're still using the voting system, the electoral system, from Papua New Guinea. Now that we've got the autonomous region, we've got men that are saying, okay, we're going to be independent one day. This time around, 45 women in the 47 constituencies in Bougainville that are chair ladies. And we passed a bill in 2017. Interestingly, how do we pass the bill? That the local level government in Bougainville will be 50-50.
High accountability, higher expectations, as it should be, as PNG galvanizes towards a gender-balanced parliament.